Yeah. That's a good service.
Yeah, the first few days are just so full on that.
At least you start.
Flagging with someone the other day and they went, we did that, like put 2 reds ready for lagging, and they went, can I have a yellow? So we have different colours. Like, they're not going to be probably that close to each other, not going to know who to do. But you do put side on and bring it up. Oh, which one was your red?
Around that one, I did. I was just waiting for that one to heat up.
Go, Holly.
This half's pretty straight. You find this half straight? Relatively straight? Straighter than that side, I believe.
Do you want to hit the ball instead of using the shower? Hit the ball instead of using it. Well, it's the other way around, rolling, isn't it?
Go Holly. Go angles.
Come on, Angus.
The centre.
Yeah, but we shouldn't be going. Shouldn't be going. That end is forgivable.
Not if you see how far it's going.
Fix that in.
Okay, well, just play a couple of shots and see what you think. That's good enough.
Yeah. That's the phone. I've got a few spare. 2 aces up my sleeve.
You do one card.
Me and Paul just hold the corner.
I was getting a press up position.
Seems to be pretty tough call.
Another inch. That's what I fucking see.
Let's go, Lukey.
Down Luke. Go Luke's. Down angles.
Yeah, rest of it.
One out. Let's go, Brownie. Come the face.
Stay Luke, come on.
Alright. She be back. She just lost her in the others.
Break,
Oh,
break,
that's
Luke.
it.
Break, buddy. Come on.
She's too good.
Stay angles.
Go, Angles. Come, Foz. Come, Brownie.
Come on, Luke.
Yellows. Yep.
This one's come back.
Yes, Luke, come on.
It's a great shot, Brownie.
Got Brownie. Let's go angles.
Let's go, Lukey. Come on.
effort, mate.
Shot, Lukey.
Shot
Angus,
angles.
right in, buddy.
Let's go, Brownie.
Let's go, Holly.
Let's go, Holly.
Come on, Holly. Go, Brownie.
We've got 2 more.
Shot, Lukey.
In the back guys.
Yes,
Yes,
Lukey.
Angus.
Yes, angles. Let's go, Brownie.
Go, Holly.
We did that. Watching videos of the match. We're all chatting and drinking.
Holly.
Come on,
Come on,
Lukey.
Lucky.
Let's go, come on.
Shot, Luke. Let's go, Al. Come on, mate.
Down angles. Let's go, Brownie. Come on, Shot, buddy.
Let's go, Holly.
Let's go, Holly.
Yes, mate, come on.
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Shot, Holly.
Shot, Holly. Right here.
Shot, boys.
Shot for us.
Come back.
Let's go, Holly.
And
Work
Holly.
it out. Come on, Holly.
Let's go, Holly. Holly.
Let's go, Lukey. Come on.
Let's go, Holly.
Let's go, Holly. Come, Fuzzy. Come, Brownie. Fuzzy. No, no.
Let's go, Luke.
Come on, Lukey.
Hard to do that.
Let's go, Holly. Go, Holly. Let's go, Lukey.
Shot, Luke. Come on, mate. And Fuzzy. Go, Luke. Come on.
Got
Go, Holly.
Let's go, Holly. Come on. Let's go, Lukey Foz. Let's go, Holly.
Come on, Brownie.
Let's go, Brownie. Come on, mate. Yeah, good hit, Holly. Come on.
Go on, Brownie.
Go, Holly. Go, Ollie. Let's go, Brownie. Go, Holly. Good work, Holly.
Not Alan.
Shut out. Skylight,
Let's
come
go,
on.
Lukey. Come on, mate.
Come on, Paz.
Skylight, come on.
Come on,
Come on,
Lukey.
buddy.
Good, bud.
Skylight, come on.
Let's go, Angles.
Golden break.
Shot light, come on.
Come on, Luke.
Sky angles, come on.
That's where I first played for you. When I played that game. That was fucking hot black in it.
Yes, Luke.
Yes, light, come on.
Can't, Holly. Can't, Lukey, Fuzz.
Yes, Luke.
Good thinking, Luke.
Smart
Come
shot,
on.
mate. Come on. Yes, Paz.
Come on,
Yes,
mate.
light. Yes, Fuzzy.
Come on, Angles.
Sky angles, come on.
Let's go, Lukey, boy. Yes, Fuzzy.
Yes, light.
Come on, mate.
Come on, Brownie. Stop. Ollie. Shot, Ollie.
Skylight.
Come on, Lukey.
Come on, mate.
Skylight, come on.
Come on, Fuzzy. Easy, right? Let's go, Holly.
They would just come back. They don't switch. There's one ace up the state. 30 seconds. Look at that mistakes.
Because I thought I was playing a singles, I didn't go. And then I got bumped.
That's all right.
So he did it in.
Somebody.
Shot Fuzzy. Big it.
Shot light, come on.
Seconds.
Yes, Buzz.
Hey, light, come on.
Shot buddy, come on.
Come on, Lukey. Can't Steve Hale.
Look at the difference between this, just a nickel for frame.
Right shot buddy.
Right.
Right shot, come on.
Come on, Fuzzy. Let's go, Holly.
Come on, Holly.
Come on, Holly. Let's go, Grant.
Go, Molly.
Hey, light,
Let's
come
go,
on.
Lukey. Come on, Holly.
Let's go, Fuzzy.
Yes, Fuzzy. Ready.
Yes, right, good shot.
Shot light, come on.
Let's go, Brownie. Come on, Al.
Let's go, Brown Dog. Come
Come
on,
on,
mate.
Brownie. It's a bit of you, mate. Come on. Yes, Fuzzy.
Come on, buddy. Come on,
Go,
mate.
mate. Come
Come on,
on.
buddy.
Let's go, Holly. Come on. Let's go, Holly.
Yes, Fuzzy. Yes, mate, come on.
Let's go.
Let's go,
Angles.
Angles. Come on, mate.
Come on, Angles.
Yes, mate.
Yes, Fuzzy.
Oh, you're just premonitioning it. You can see the future.
Let's go, Holly.
Come on, Grant. Yes, Al. Come on,
There
mate.
goes.
Come on, Al.
West.
Come on, Angus.
Let's go, Brownie. Yes, angles, come on, mate. Let's go, Brownie, come on.
Let's go, angles. Come on, mate.
John out.
Go, Ollie.
Let's go,
Yes,
angles.
angles. Come on, buddy.
Okay.
Stop pretending you're a press agent.
Yes, Brownie. Yes, Al. Let's go, angles.
Well done, Al. Left foot angles. Let's go, angles. Let's go, angles. Let's go, angles. Come on, mate.
Let's go, Grant.
Oh, Fuzzy.
Come on,
Oh,
Fuzzy.
okay, come on, mate.
Darling,
Steady,
come
brother,
on,
come
mate.
on.
Nice.
Come on, Fuzz. Yes, Lukey.
Great
Go,
shot, mate.
angles.
Dig is
Come on.
perfect.
Great hit.
Yes,
Yes,
angles.
angles. Let's go, mate, come on.
Go, Fuzzy.
Yes, Brownie, come on, mate.
Yes, angles.
Yes, angles.
Good hit, buddy. Yes, Fuzz.
Come on.
Right,
Yes, angles. That's it, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the quarterfinals of the singles. Must apologise, I haven't been on much late. It's been an extremely busy schedule, but thanks to debuting, no longer in the singles, so I get a chance to do some commentary for you folks. So Luke Foster, 2-0 up, had a very strong performance yesterday against one of the heavy favourites to win the singles, being Mark Robertson. So obviously Luke's playing quite well. And as Dave Ewing actually knocked myself out yesterday, it was a pretty good quality match.
go, Lukey.
And on the other table, Luke Anglesey and Justin Sage tied up at 2-all. Justin seems to be in everything that can still be played in at the moment. He's still in the plate. Plays myself tonight at 7:30 in the semis. And I believe he knocked Jake out of both, so obviously playing well. Luke there just
Come on, Fuzz, it's all right, mate.
out of position. Probably snooks himself. Slightly unfortunate, slightly softer, slightly harder. Would have got a cannon or just been shite, and would have been on this yellow in the middle, but needs to find a solution to this problem. And Dave will be wanting to miss these. He's got balls all linking up. Probably the only tricky ball will be getting to that bottom one on the near the cushion. Chance for this to go in the middle. Played it well. Not quite on target. So Dave here now to link these up. Should be okay here. Drop the ball in the right corner, play the ball on ball, and then he can head down table, leave the ball over the middle till last. Oh, and he's got very lazy now. Very lazy. Didn't give it the attention that any shot deserves. Just assumed it was unmissable. We're a few days into this tournament now, and initially the balls were sliding in down the cushions like very easily. But they are starting to tighten up a little bit now. You have to give them the respect they deserve. And a big shot coming up here for Luke. And he just drills it. I do believe this goes in the centre, and he will get an excellent little nudge on the bottom of these two yellows to send it towards the corner as well. Looks thin-ish. He's just checking the angle. I think he does need to hit this low just to square up the angle. Doesn't want to hit this too hard and accidentally push it to the bottom cushion if he doesn't get the right connection to the yellow. But optimal is the pot first. Played it well. Played it very well. Would love that probably to have gone in. Probably easier to take the black right now than have to get position on it again.
Let's go, Holly.
But should have no problems here whatsoever.
Let's go, Handles.
Played it perfect, and well, as you can see, folks, that big pot that Luke nailed after that lazy shot from Dave, he's punished that error. Take 3-0 lead. And the big man with the big beard is on a mission.
Right here, Holly.
Meanwhile, Luke Anglesey at the table. And he, my understanding, been doing very well in WA, winning a lot of events. So obviously in good form himself. And well, Justin, we know he's in great form. He always is in great form. He's always playing some type of cue sport. Oh, and Luke's just tried to force the angle there. Jumped up off the shot, trying to generate the power as well. Get the cue ball, his hand out of the way of the cue ball. And I spoke to Dave earlier. He said that he thinks he's got the break figured out. He's got the big 9-ball loop bridge style break, but he's getting huge spreads. But a lot of the time he's not potting a ball. It happened when I played him yesterday. Probably didn't have I probably had the run of the balls and still couldn't beat him. So that's full credit to Dave there. And a tricky opener here for Luke. He's just searching for something that's going to link him up. I think he wants the reds. And it's a little tricky to focus your attention on both matches, so what I'm going to do is focus my attention on the Luke and Dave match.
Let's go, Holly.
And if things look to be evening up there and the other match is going a bit slower or quicker, I may switch matches just depending on which one I think could potentially finish first. I think Luke's going to try and play a safety here. I'm not sure what he's doing here. Not sure what he was trying to I think maybe he was trying to play yellow onto red. Tough shot. But now he gives Dave an opening. It looks to me like that red on the right side of the cushion on the upper end of the table is fairly tight, and you can just see Dave checking it now. It looks pretty tight past that yellow, and that's pretty key to know where that goes or not if he's going to commit to this. But if if it does go, this red that he's looking at on the balk line, he doesn't want to take because he could push the yellow in the line. So he's better off taking, I think, the ball on the right side of the table, at the bottom end, or the one on the left near the pocket. I think he's reluctant to take the one near the pocket because it offers him some cover. But he might be able to jack up and clear the white from the yellow. Cannon the ball near the middle pocket, the yellow one. Wow, that's turned out not bad. He'll be happy with that. And as I said, it all depends on whether this red goes past the yellow, on how easy this clearance is going to be for Dave. Justin misses a
Come on, buddy.
pretty simple ball for him, you would say, in the middle, but was tight. Dave, I don't think he wanted to pot that. He just wanted to get a good cue ball. Obviously wanted the red closer to the pocket, but we'll settle for a good white. And Luke Anglesey with an excellent chance here to take the lead on Justin. These will link up very nicely. Just needs to maintain composure. It's early in the match, so nerves may not have quite settled yet.
Yes, Grant, come on, mate.
You can see by that shot, cueing the ball with confidence.
Yes, Grant, that's it, mate, come on.
And Luke's still trying to figure out this puzzle that Dave has left him. Dave ultimately wanted the white touching the yellow, or just, very snuggled up to it. Can he get through to this yellow at the top end? Could. That's an excellent pot. So what looked like a good shot from Dave was actually an error. But you can see now why Dave didn't take that ball in the bottom left-hand corner. It's probably the one ball that's saving him from Luke getting these pretty comfortably. And also the fact that Dave didn't cover that bottom right corner will now be pretty key for Luke. Wanted to be straighter on this yellow to the middle, just so he could drop it in and then play the one long. Could have linked him up. But he's still got to deal with this yellow on the left side of the table, bottom left. Doesn't want to leave it till late.
Shot angle.
Go, bud, come on.
Great shot. Beautiful.
Good shot there from Luke. He's cleared the red well away from the pocket. Now, does he have an angle
Angle's coming, brother.
to slip down and get onto the shell? I think that red is actually in the way of the line. He's got a great angle to get the white down there, but I just think the line that the white needs to take is going into that red.
Come on, buddy.
I think he's looking at the possibility of forcing the white off the back cushion and in between the red and yellow.
Come on.
But you can see, look on his face, he's just trying to figure out how to deal with this yellow.
Go, Luke.
You can also see in the background as well, ladies match is underway, masters match is underway. And you can get all your latest scores from Poolstat. So Luke is going the dangerous way, being that he's leaving his worst ball till last, so he needs to produce something big off this ball in the middle. You can see him checking the angle He wants to be able to go under between black and red and either get a cannon on it or slip in between the red and the yellow and be on it to the right corner. It's a big shot coming up after this one. Luke Anglesey makes no mistake. Doing it now. Leaving a backup ball on the table. No, he's not. And I don't know how he's going to get on this ball unless he plays for a double. And you can see him now looking at the double.
Beautiful shot.
He's fallen short. May does have, I think, potential cross double available. Could lose the white though, so may kick this, try and kick this in off the side cushion. Other options he does have is to play the yellow off the side cushion and try and force the yellow. You can see him now try and force the yellow through to the pocket. I don't know if he can get enough of the bottom end of this red to carry the yellow through. Just where he's put his finger, he might be able to if he can get there. But I have a suspicion that this may sit over the pocket even if he hits it really well. Yeah, and he couldn't have really hit that any better. Maybe slightly harder and it might have dropped, but he's hit that really well. Just needed to be probably a little close to the pocket or needed to get a little bit more off the side cushion, hit the bottom of the red. But Dave under pressure here. I don't believe. A really obvious shot here is to drop this in the middle and then play the snooker on the ball on the side cushion if you're not comfortable with taking these on. But the up and down and the link to the black is too easy, so I think you'll see Dave commit to these 100%. I do believe he's got to take the ball in the middle first though. So that's not bad. So this rail ball looking to be next. After the one in the middle.
Come on, mate.
Looks like he's got a slight bit of angle.
Not Holly.
He might not be able to get right behind this red. We'll find out after he plays the shot. I could be misreading it.
Come on, mate.
No, he's okay. Played it well.
I'll do you, Brownie.
An excellent opportunity now for Dave.
Yes, I'm good. Come on, buddy.
He still has a small issue with the linking between these. It's not a major one, but he will be the ball that he takes in the middle, which will be his second last red, depending on how he lands on this. But I assume he'll be playing for the bottom right ball next. He will be taking the cue ball away from his next red. Shouldn't be a problem, but. So you can see now he's going to most likely leave himself an angle. Ideally, he'd want the white ball to be exactly where the red is now, but because that red's in the way, he's going to have to go bottom side, and the white ball will be going up table.
Angles.
Well, he's on this now. That's a big bonus because now we can just stun them all in. Just sitting there making sure he leaves an angle to drop this in for the left middle on the black last. If he gets too much angle, he can come across for the right middle, so he's got lots of choices. But he's got a great angle there, just drop this in, play for the middle. And he may be kicking himself a little bit, Dave. that previous frame was an excellent chance to be levelling this 2-all if he gets these. Good shot.
There you go.
Wobbles in, but makes the pocket. A bit of a smile on Dave's face. And Ewinga, as he's affectionately known, or E-wing, or any other variation of Ewing that you can come up with in South Australia. Dave Nonos gets on the board.
You know, don't all the good stuff. That's what you
Big shot coming up here for Luke Anglesey.
Shot angle.
He's just actually been a little unfortunate, but he's actually got a result. I thought the black was going to go in a worse position than it has, but he can pot it.
Good angles coming, brother.
And what a big shot this will be.
Come on, mate.
4-2, big breath taken. Another big breath. He's gearing up for this black. I personally find if I want to compose, I'll walk around the other side of the table to what I'm going to pot the black in, and then just walk back. And just that little 10-second walk just gives me enough time to just reset and compose and just get down and play the shot. Luke has checked this angle 4 times now, hasn't changed. 5 times. And just drills it. Super shot from Luke Anglesey, 4-2.
Gangler. Come on, mate. Dave, come on.
Yeah, well, Dave in with another opportunity. And these are very nice. You can just see Dave there. He doesn't probably mind which angle he's got as long as he has an angle. He doesn't want to be straight. And as long as he gets himself, you know, anywhere near the blue spot, probably slightly to the right of it. He's got the ball bottom right. They all link up beautifully after that. And ideally he'll want to leave the ball that's in the middle of those 3 over the right corner until last. You can just drop that in, play the black in the middle. We'll see how these pan out for him. He's hit that perfect just to the right of the blue spot as I suggested. And may just play this with just a touch of running side, just to get himself closer to the bottom cushion. So he's just got drop-ins. The white ball won't be sort of going up and down off the back cushion. It'll just be staying fairly stationary. Well, I'm very surprised that he's taking this red over the pocket. And the reason I say that is if the other one did pass comfortably, it's just such an easier link to the black. And now he does have to do what I sort of said, where he's got to take the white ball off cushion, create angle, and then get onto this ball on the cushion. So, you know, maybe that red didn't pass, and that's why he denied it. But if it did pass, I think just a slight mapping error here. But should still get these. And he's got a beautiful angle there. And this is another time where he'd like to be just off straight, so not dead straight, just off straight, so he can bring the white ball off the cushion for his final red and have an easy black in the middle. No one likes queuing blacks off the cushion, so you always, if you can give yourself a chance, off the cushion. And you can see there, he's played that perfect. So good fight back this from Dave, getting a couple opportunities and making the most of them. He's probably a touch short, so probably needs his extension for this, which is why it's just disappeared off screen.
Go, Holly.
Yeah, you can see the extension in his hand. Just checking whether he needs it or not. Yeah, he's screwing it on.
Come on, Brownie.
I think he's a little worried about I think he should commit to this and play it with confidence. Don't bring the yellows into play. That's a great shot. That's exactly what he's done. He's played it with confidence. And 3-2.
God, Holly. Right here. Let's go, Holly, come on. Let's go, Brownie.
Yeah, we'll flick to the other table just while the balls are being racked. And Justin, a little bit off angle here on his yellow. Big shot coming up this actually.
Go on, Angles. Go on, mate.
Let's go, Angles.
Uncharacteristic miss from Justin, to be fair, but probably had a lot of focus on the white ball as well.
Work it out.
Great shot.
Shot,
Oh,
Holly.
here,
Great
Holly.
shot.
Come on, Brownie.
Let's go, Brownie. Come on, mate. Let's go out.
Let's go, Angles.
Come on.
And Luke Anglesey now looks very comfortable out there. And has applied a bit of scoreboard pressure to Justin, but nothing Justin's not familiar with. So do not count him out. We've got a long way to go on this match still. Race to 8.
Go, Brownie.
I think it would probably be fair to say that Justin's probably the current favourite to win the title because
Shot, Holly.
you have players, he's beaten Jake, who would have been a red hot
Right here,
favourite.
Holly.
Mark Robertson's out's been a red hot favourite. We've still got Ben Noonan in the draw, playing a fellow Victorian and Rob Bowen. Andy Barnett's floating around the scenes. He's not gone away anywhere. Playing Dale Kent. Dale currently 3-2 up.
Let's go, Angles. Come on, mate.
Dale
go,
Kent, I
Brady.
might just add, has had a stellar Nationals thus far. It's his first year playing
Brownie,
Nationals.
come on. Come on out.
Has had national and international experience in other codes, but
Go on, AB.
his first time in two-shot pool. And he's been a sensational asset for Victoria as a player. Look at a shot from Luke Anglesey. And I'm pretty sure, well, just a score update if you're not following pool stat. I think Ben Noonan's looking pretty comfortable. He's actually 6-0 up on Rob Bowen, who has, I think, sort of slightly lost a bit of his best form at the moment, but you know, obviously for Rob's sake, I hope he gets it back. And Ben Noonan actually is really coming into form as well. He's that Ben Noonan that we saw at World Titles at last time he won. I mean, you got to remember he's a current Australian champion still. That form's hasn't gone anywhere. He's back in great form, Ben. So maybe I'm a little hasty in saying that Justin might be the favourite. Ben, I guess, technically should be since he's the current champion. But either way you look at it, both great players. In fact, we have a fantastic list of players that are in the last 8. Debuting again with a great chance. And Luke's just got himself in all sorts of trouble here as well. He had a lot of difficult balls to deal with even after he played that excellent double, but he's got himself into a mile of hurt here. Now, I'm not sure if this yellow passes the red for Dave. If it doesn't, it's going to be a little tricky. It's hard to tell from the angle, but it will be close. If it does, this shouldn't be an issue at all. It obviously does go, the way he's played that. And Justin now, opportunity. Not easy. Would love to pot this and just get a nice little delicate cannon on the yellow to the cue ball's nearest at the moment, just to nudge it to the middle. The angle doesn't look quite there. And possibly the yellow goes inside the red. So he might head up table, past the yellow. He's got a few options. Wow. Semi-shot to nothing though. You can see there, Luke not really on anything easy. And Dave with a really good opportunity here. Now this shot looks really easy, but Dave just sort of had a quick word in my ear after they had a quick break and said the table's moving around a little bit, so you've got to be really careful on the cushions. He's played that well.
Come on, buddy. Come on, boys. Come on, Angus.
Look at this shot. Look at this shot. Oh, and he's been desperately unlucky. Will that be a turning point in this match? It's a big shot that, and he's well, pretty low percentage chance for that black to go, and you've got to be fair, but Justin did put him in that position to, I guess, effectively create that foul. So, depending on how you want to look at it, it's either unlucky or absolute genius from Justin. Now let's, what Luke needs to do here is just reset, get that immediately out of his head. And Justin's just gone for a quick break, probably just to give Luke a bit more of a chance to think about that. Let that seed stay in his head a little longer. Big break there from Luke. Does not find a ball. And I think Dave's looking for a yellow. He's only really got the long one, or he's got the plant in the middle, which is not set, but makeable. And if he does get it, it just forces the first one that he plays just towards the top right corner, so not too bad. It's really easy to just tempt yourself on the reds here and take them, but I honestly think they are awful because of that one that's near the black. Okay, they were a bit straighter than I thought, so that's great news for Dave. And this is a great opportunity now. Would love to have been really straight on his yellow in the middle, but he doesn't have to play it because he's got the bottom ball. And he can just drop this in, play the other one in the middle, and then just link back to that one to the bottom right corner. So he's got stacks of options again. I think he's actually used side there and didn't need to. He wanted to be pretty straight on this. Now he's got too much angle. Maybe better off playing this to the top corner. coming off the side cushion. I mean, you can always leave this yellow until later if you can just get just off straight off. You can nudge the red and be on the black for his final ball, but I think you're better off taking it earlier soon rather than later. And obviously the other ball you will need to cue him well is the one on the right side near the cushion. Important shot this. 3-all, he's fought back from 3-0 down. It's getting trickier. And you can just see Nicole Welsh there on screen as well, just going about her business, not a care in the world, as always, the way she plays pool. Current Australian champion, I believe. Current Australian champion, or at least player of the carnival. I actually don't recall. I think she won the Australian title as well. So one of my favourite female players to watch. To be fair, she doesn't ever look like she feels pressure. Just gets on with the job.
Go, Brownie.
So Dave's got himself nicely on this yellow to the top right hand corner and wants to be, whether it be here or he comes across table and plays the yellow in the same pocket, wants to be fairly straight as far as getting back down on this last yellow. If he's going to play this to the bottom left, needs a bit of angle to come down table. I'd personally be bringing this out myself because he'll have more choices. So I don't know. Oh, he's okay. He can actually just come across towards centre pocket here and play this in the bottom right. So he's played it well. Just needs to be careful here that he's not too afraid of going in off the middle. I don't think the angle's even there anyway. So he might even have a little bit too much angle, does he? He's just checking the line. It looks to me like he's lining up. It's just going past the jaw.
Oh, there you, Brownie. Yeah, boy.
He's jacking up a bit as well, so maybe he's got to manufacture a little bit of angle. He's overhit it, missed the pot. I really do think, and I know it's easy to say in hindsight, but I really do think he was better off punching that yellow in and bringing it back centre table of white. He would have had a lot more choices of shot depending on the angle he landed on. But as it stands, Luke still has that ugly red that's sitting near the black that we spoke about earlier in the frame.
Come on, AB.
So last year, just being informed, Nicole pretty much just won everything last year. So, no surprises. No surprises to still see her in the draw. Yeah, sorry, 3 years ago, thanks to COVID. But
Come on, buddy. Come on, mate.
and I actually, I'm not sure what the score is. I'll just get Dan to bring that up for me. 2-all. Not in a hurry then. And for the Masters, Mark Bradley up on Alan Brown 4-1. Mark Bradley just keeps winning. It's what he seems to just do.
Get in, AB. Come on.
Let's go, Brownie. Come, mate.
So Luke clearing up these reds. I'm interested to see what he does do with this one near the yellow.
Get in, Brownie.
Having said that though, if he does get pretty straight on his ball on the bottom cushion, it does go into the middle of that yellow, so he may not have to do anything really.
Conley, come on.
Fuzzy. Come on, buddy.
4-1.
Now screw off the side cushion, back down to the bottom end of the table. I think he's got the angle there.
Sterling, come on.
So side cushion, head towards the bottom ball. I'd be surprised if he's trying to go into these. Cannoning the black here is dangerous. Don't think this is the shot.
Come on, Luke. Let's go, mate.
As I said, I'm not 100% sure of the angle. It looks like he's got a bit, but well, he's played the cannon. I thought that was really dangerous. As you can see, it hasn't worked out, but he does have backup options now. Drop in for a snooker. He might not even be able to hit the left side as we view that red on the bottom cushion. If he can't, the snooker will be tricky. But I think he did have the angle to screw it off the side cushion because he just floated that wide into the black. So I think if he had got into the wide a bit, he could have screwed back. Anyway, this is the shot he's dealing with now. Meanwhile, Justin levels up 4-all. Well, he could hit it, and he's played that really well. And let me explain why that's such a good shot is because if Dave does get out of this and hit this yellow, Luke has the ball just sitting there over the middle. Whereas if he had just bumped it off the cushion, and Dave got out of that snooker, he wouldn't have had as many choices. Unfortunately, though, for Luke, though, when he got the cannon on that red, he's made it unpottable anywhere without it being moved. So very important for Dave to hit this yellow to stay in the frame. And I do believe he has to just try and come off the side cushion and just rest on it. If he can leave a Chinese snooker, then he's actually got the greatest result he could have asked for. And if he doesn't, and Luke gets into this red and gets the movement on the balls and goes game, well, I still think Dave's done as much as he can.
Oh, Holly. Oh,
Sure what Dave's looking at. I don't know if he's toying with the idea of pushing the black up near the yellow. Yeah, that's what he's looking at. I don't really like this shot. It's too easy for Luke to just glance off the red and then play it up inside the yellow and open up the ball. So I think he's better off trying to hit this. It could really win him the frame if he just makes contact with this yellow. I mean, it could lose him the frame as well, but I still think it's his best option.
Let's go, Brownie! Let's go, Brownie! Come on, Brownie!
And it looks like Dave's going to play the black. Now this actually has to be hit with really good weight, otherwise it's a pointless shot. So he's hit it too hard, I think.
Let's go, Luke, come on.
Let's go, baby!
He's tried to actually catch the yellow half ball and promote it at the same time. That way the little flick out shot couldn't happen. So good attempt. The thought was good, but now, as I said, Luke can just flick this to the side cushion, white ball for the bottom cushion. He can play it inside,
Yes, Fuzzy.
Yes, Fuzzy.
or he can just promote because the black is on. So a big frame that for Luke.
Yes, Fuzzy.
Go, Holly.
Ready, buddy, come on.
And he will retake his lead.
Go, Luke.
Let's go, Brownie.
Remember, he was 3-0 up, so he'll be happy to get a bit of momentum back in his court.
Yes, Fuzzy.
Great shot, Fuzzy.
Yes, Fuzzy.
So Justin just, his last shot, he just got the little hampered on his next pot, but should still be okay.
Good shot, Holly. Great hit.
Checked it up nicely. We'll probably see him play the other ball at the bottom end of the table as well, if he's not happy with this angle. If he's happy with this angle, then he'll play the other yellow now. to the right corner, top right corner. But if he feels he's got too much angle, he wants to be a little straighter on it, he'll probably play the one on the bottom right. And good to see the chats are flowing in the CueballTV chat. Let your friends know that there's now a commentator, so it's not. It's a little more fun to watch, I think, when there's someone on the mic. Justin's played a really good shot there. He's managed to clear the red. So Dave with this 9-ball loop bridge Shane Van Boning break that he's adopted.
Let's go, Bossy.
And dumps the white. Not the result he would have been looking for, I'm sure. But look at the way the balls are spread. They've gone everywhere. But interestingly enough, did not pot a ball. So one good shot here from Justin, just obviously playing black to the middle. Looks a little straight. That's why he's not right behind this black. Just wanted to not force the issue. More than capable, of course, of potting this, Justin. For those who asked who knocked me out, I actually got beat last night by Dave Ewing.
Go, Luke, come on.
It's been a crazy schedule, this. I must say, credit must be given to the AEBF. The schedule's been insane because there's more events. It's been non-stop, which is why I haven't really had a chance to get on commentary. But it's been really well organised. It's rarely gone over time. They've done an excellent job. It's probably one of the best schedulings I've seen in the history of a national level I've played, which spans, about 15 or so. Can't actually remember how many sides I've made now. It's somewhere in that area. And Luke going about his business after that in-off from Dave. Should get these.
Come on.
Well done, Luke, come on.
And it's really interesting to see players from, say, WA is a great example. There's a lot of tournaments around Australia, major events and things like that, and you don't see these WA boys get to a lot of them, obviously, because flight costs and distance and all that sort of stuff. But there is a exceptional talent pool in WA, and we don't see it as often as what we probably like. And that goes for the women as well. As you can see, young Holly on screen as well is a massive up-and-comer as far as, she's only young and she's got a lot of ability. And love the way she plays the game as well. She attacks the game, gets after the balls. And, as we slowly move into this international rules, I think the attacking game will be more prevalent. And they have, as people have seen, they've had a plate this year, which has been the only international rules comp, and I think it's been pretty successful.
Yes, Fozzie. Come on, Fozzie. Come on, mate.
And Lucas just overrun this slightly, just to make this a little trickier. I'm not sure if he can just drop this in. I think he's actually got to come off the bottom cushion here. We'll know in a second, but to me it looks like he's got too much angle. You can see him hitting low, so he's going to stun off bottom cushion.
Yes, Fozzie. Great hit, buddy.
I think he's on the middle. I think he's good.
Come on, Al.
He's sort of lined up the corner, but
Go up.
I think his intention all along was to play to the middle.
Yes,
Yes,
mate.
folks. Yes, mate.
Luke takes a 5-3 lead. And it's his break as well, so Justin just plays the kick out on the yellow, gets the wrong contact and may have fallen out of position. I'm not sure if he's on this 2-ball combo at the bottom here. Shook his head a little bit there, which tells me he's probably not super happy. And just going by his body language and facial reaction, I don't think this is on. But he's having another look at it.
Go, Brownie.
I think he wants to play it, but doesn't think it's on. But he doesn't feel like he's got a better option. Oh, he's committing. Yeah, I think he's tried to just get the little flick on the top side of the yellow and maybe double kiss it in, but I think he's also had safety in mind. Look at Luke's got a pretty ugly set of reds here to deal with. Yeah, if this plant does go that he's just lined up though, this will give him a good starting point. And if you can get a little cannon on the ball on the left side cushion, he'll be in a much better position to deal with these reds.
Let's go, Holly.
Great shot, but he's lost the cue ball.
Let's go, Angle.
Let's go, Lukey.
I think he's got the red in the middle.
Let's go, Brownie. Come on, mate. Come on.
These are still gettable.
Holly.
I won't say they're easy though, by any stretch. And he can't really miss because I don't think there's a snooker option, so he's got to commit.
Let's go, Angle.
And I'll tell you, it may serve him well here to just get on the double to the middle, but in such a way where he can swing the white off 3 cushions. I don't. He may just try and get on it really straight so he can just drop the one in the top corner. He's got linking ball in the middles. But I think if he can get up there a bit closer, he'll be happy with that. And he's definitely not going to be happy with that. That does not look on from here. And I think Luke might be in a bit of trouble now.
Come on, Angus. Come on, buddy.
I've got there's 2 Lukes, so I might just call Luke Anglesey Angles, because that's what he's affectionately known as. Jeez, he's actually got too much on. I can't believe he's actually missed that to the near jaw.
Come on, Joss, come on.
I don't see Justin missing these, and Dave has a very good opportunity himself. Just that yellow near the black high side that he'll need to deal with as his main problem ball.
Yes, Steve out.
Justin's just going to go left side of the black here. Didn't intend the cannon, but knew that it probably wouldn't cause an issue if he went into it. And Dave has played a wonderful shot there. If anything, he's probably not wanted to be exactly on the cushion, but I still think he'd be very happy. And can he actually, does he have the angle actually to screw to the left side to play this yellow to the top right corner? And if he does, the rest of it's pretty straightforward. So this could be a big key shot in this frame, and Justin's missed the pot.
Come on, Angus. Come on, buddy. Come on, Angus. Come on, mate.
Come on, Angle.
Filthy with himself, as you would expect for a player of his calibre.
Come on, Angles.
So Dave doesn't elect to take it on. I think he's got a bit too much angle here to deal with this left side ball now, so he may have to go up the table. You can see they're checking the angle. Just to come in behind the shallow off either stun across or go into the line off two cushions, or just the bottom cushion, depending on, as I said, the angle he leaves himself. But one way or another, he's going to try and play this to the top right corner. It's much easier and a bigger open pocket than what it is to the top left.
Let's go, Holly. Come on, Holly. Come on, Holly.
And he's lost the wide here.
Holly, come on.
He's going to have to, well, I don't even know if the double's going to be on.
Yes,
And this looks like a super thin shot to play now, and he's going to, I don't think he can avoid the black. So he'd be trusting to a bit of luck to get on his last shallow. So he may actually have to play this and play for a double to the bottom right. I mean, you could get real fun and drop it in and play the double to the top right off the side cushion, the long cross double. But whatever choice he makes, it's not going to be a simple shot. He's jacking up. He's going to still try and get across.
30 seconds. Go, Dave. Come on. Right angle.
I think he should just play this plain ball, get through the white, take the white ball back, try and get it a bit more central to the table and play the double to the bottom right. That's the shot that I think I'd be looking at here personally. Could go in off in this if he catches it too thin. Oh, he's played that so well. What a great shot. You could not actually ask for a better shot than that. He cued it magnificently. And a great opportunity now. What would I know, eh? Just jack up, knock it in, land fat. That's just how you do it. Hello there to Matty Kerwood, who's watching the stream.
Let's go, Holly.
Obviously got the day off work, mate. And makes no mistake. Great shot. This has been a very, very good clearance given the situation he put himself in. And meanwhile, Justin gets a reprieve from Luke Anglesey. And I spoke earlier when Luke was 4-2 up and he played a big cross double and knocked the black in 4-3. And now look at the result.
Let's go, Holly.
Brilliant, mate. Come on.
Great hit. Top here, Holly. Come on.
And Dave Ewing there. Been smashing the gym. Put on some gains. Put on so much gains he's almost lost his neck.
Let's go, Brownie. Come on, buddy.
Big break from Justin, doesn't find the ball.
Let's go, Holly. Let's go, Brownie.
Now it's really important for Dave to start potting balls off his break. And he still hasn't found one. And I must say, when I did play Dave yesterday, you know, I had a good lead on him. And once he did start potting the ball off a break, I think he did run a couple of them. So it's a big, I think it's a big weapon for him that I think he relies on.
Angles.
Let's go, Holly. Let's go, Brownie. Let's go, Fuzzy.
Good chance here for Luke. These don't link up nicely though, at all. So he will have to do a bit of work. When I say they don't link up nicely at all, they sort of do. So if you play this ball to top left, and you've got an angle on the one to the top right, you can stun for the one It's just above the ball, below the balk line as we view the screen. And if you can get straight or just off straight, so an angle running in to the yellow that's just to the left of the right of the black, you can then drop that in the middle, and then you've got the black, but the last red in the right corner. But then you've still got to deal with the black. This is not simple.
Come on, boys.
I can see the lines on the table with my mind, but the execution, of course, is by no means easy.
Going
Come on, Cody.
So I'm just going to switch focus a little bit to Luke and Justin, just because they've accelerated on the scoreboard, and obviously potentially could finish first now. And then we'll give Luke and David a touch more airtime. Now it'll be interesting to see. I quickly rattled off my path to this clearance. It'll be interesting to see how close Luke mimics that, but the path that I've suggested is now gone because he has not landed fairly straight on that ball on the ball line.
Yes, boss. Come on, mate. Come on, buddy.
Just felt he needed to play that shot that he just played with soft screw rather than getting into it and queuing through it as much. Bit more difficult shot to execute soft screw, but when you're queuing really well, it feels just like a normal shot. When you're queuing really bad, it feels impossible. And he's got hampered queuing, hampered stance. He's got himself in a bit of trouble. He may have to play the top ball, I think, to the right again, but he's going to persist with this. Oh, he doesn't want that in, and it's found the pocket. I think he's tried to play that as safety. And Luke's in a bit of strife now. Luke Anglesey, that is.
Come on, mate. Let's go out.
Come on, Brownie.
Let's go, brown dog. Come on, Lee.
And just to let you guys know that are watching the stream, which is it's really great to see your comments and stuff. But there is a filter. There's a swear filter. So if you throw an F-bomb or an S-word or any of those 4-letter words, it will actually get hidden automatically, the chat. So if you want your chat to be seen, just remove the 4-letter words. You should be right.
Right angles.
And just remember as well, folks, there could be some kids watching this and reading that chat. So keep that in mind.
Yes, Al. Come on, mate.
That's a very good shot from Dave Ewing. Could not have executed that any better. Luke Foster now with a challenging set of balls to deal with. And although he's got the red that's stuck to the yellow on the right side cushion, he'll be happy for that to stay there and probably be happy to remove this red at the bottom end of the table, I think. Black does go inside the yellow for future reference if he gets first bite at the cherry.
Yes, Brownie. Come on, Al. Come on, mate.
Could play the double the middle here. It's risky. He's gone high.
That'll do you, Fossey. Good shot, mate.
It's a good area. He won't be upset with that. don't think he's quite cut that yellow off to the corner. And Angles is, I didn't actually see the shot. There's a lot of jumping around and stuff after he played it, trying to will the ball in, I think.
Let's go, Al.
Justin, good opportunity again. Take a 7-4, as I said. Luke has not won a frame since he's pot that black out of turn by mistake. As I said, turning points are an awful thing in pool. I don't think it's on his mind anymore. I think he's reset from it fine. He's just made a few errors. Dave shuts the door on the black.
It's gone under the table. Like.
Just level it while you're there.
Wet it down there.
Turn the legs for us.
Turn upside down.
Update on the scores for the other two matches in the background that's been requested. Holly is currently 3-2 up on Nicole Welsh, and Mark Bradley, Alan Brown 4-all after Alan Brown being down 4-1. And just remember, guys, you can actually check the scores yourself if you just go to Poolstat. And that's not just these matches, that's all the matches around the room. We're full house today, every table's in use. Look at this shot.
Great shot, mate.
Wow. What an amazing result there for Luke Foster. He'll be over the moon with that shot, but Dave may just pop this red over the pocket. Needs to be very careful he doesn't leave a foul snooker. Oh, Luke, I think the wheels have started to fall off. And this is the pressure that someone like Justin can apply. Relentless. Dave's done what I've said, but in a different way, and to be fair, a better way. Now I have to wonder whether Luke's going to take the risk here and come off the back cushion, try and knock these two reds out, pop the reds and play for a double on the black to either corner or middle, both pockets accessible.
Let's go, Holly.
I think it's his best chance, because I think if he just pushes these around, he's going to get himself into more trouble. So it might be his best chance to just have a lash at these. I think he's looking at side cushion. I was looking at back, but...
Go, Holly.
Come on, action, Jay.
Come on, Alan Brown.
And you know
Go, Lukey
what?
Foz.
I think if he can hit this red direct, and it's sending it down towards the other yellow, I think it's going to draw them both. And he's looking at it now. I don't think he'll pot a yellow here. I think he'll draw them both. Potentially open the pocket up and give himself an opportunity to deal with these reds. That's what he's done. Not the greatest outcome, but better than what he was. So Ben Noonan's completed his match and had a comfortable win. Justin should make no mistakes here, and Luke has a good angle to get across to his last red. And he didn't want to be on the cushion, and you could just see him sort of turn his head, not happy with himself. And to be fair, I don't think you want to see this bloke at night time in a nelly. I think if his shadow came towards me with that beard, I'd be running 100 mile an hour, just quietly.
Come on, Holly. Let's go, Stevie Hale.
So Luke might be better off just trying to get himself the face cut double on this black instead if he can't get the white up the table. He's tried to get the white up the table but sacrificed the pot
Let's go, Brownie.
Justin makes no mistake, goes on the hill, 7-4.
One, Steve, eh?
Come on.
Dave may actually play a little nudge on the black here, just to make life easier for himself as he gets through all these yellows. Yep, nicely played. Probably has a little more angle than you'd like on this ball in the centre, but I think it's a little dangerous to just drop this in. I think it gets a little close to the top left corner, so may stun offside cushion. Just needs to be careful that he clears the red to get on the two balls at the top of the table. He could also fully commit 100% with no safety in mind if, you know, he was to miss a ball or fall out of position and take the ball out of the pocket now. If you want to take the optimal route, you take the ball out of the pocket now, come across with the ball on the right side cushion and link it up to the ball in the middle and take your last two balls at the top in the table last. I honestly do think that's the best way to take these. And Dave agrees and says, yes, I am committed. You see him flick across there with some side. He's actually landed perfect. He's got just enough angle to just bring this wide out. And I think he's just lined up there, I think possibly a little strayer than what I would have liked. I don't think you want to have to force the white down. I think it'd be better to just leave a slight more angle so you can just drop it in and the white ball naturally heads down the table. So I'd like to see him, you can just see the black spot on the table where the black would go on the rack. If he was just about 2 inches above that, I think that would be perfect. Just that line. See, for me, this looks just a touch. I mean, he's still going to be fine, don't get me wrong, but for me, this just looks a bit straight where he can't get right down there. He's probably just going to have to play a more angled shot. And this is just very nitpicky, folks. It's not by any means a deal breaker. Just see how he's forced the white down there, whereas if he had a bit more angle, he could have just dropped it in. There would have been a natural bit of movement. And he almost brought the red into play, but makes himself look like a genius and just puts it perfect. And this should be 5-all very shortly. And Luke Anglesey, unfortunately, pots a bunch of balls, finds the white. Good shot there from Dave. Gives himself great cueing with this black. And we're at 5-all.
Let's go, mate. Come on, Luke, come on.
We now have a best of 5. Justin with a good angle here, I think, to get into these yellows. I think he's got slight too much angle to go into the bottom of these two, unless he can flick the high side of it, which would be perfect because then he goes in the other one as well. But he may just put this over the pocket and just really apply the pressure. And that's exactly what he's done. Well, that's what he's tried to do, but he's potted. Geez, that looked like it actually just ducked in a bit. And the look on Justin's face, I think, says the same thing. I think he's copped a bit of movement.
Let's go, Brownie. Come on, Brownie. Down angle.
Let's go, Brownie. Come on, Holly.
And good to see the love from the chat. Thanks, guys. Hope you appreciate a bit of commentary. I will try and get on as much as I can as this tournament proceeds and the events get less. Fortunately for me, I've had a relatively good carnival. Still in a couple of events, and yeah, really enjoying it up here at the moment this year. I just see things getting better and better moving forward now for the Nationals. Good shot there from Luke, just keeping himself in the frame. Not favourite by any means this frame, but best you can do is just try and stay alive.
I'm Brownie.
Shot, Holly. Good hit. Great hit, Holly.
Come on, Pappy.
I think Justin's going to send this red to the top end of the table near his yellow, just kill the red off. It's a great shot.
Let's go, Angles.
Played it well.
Let's go, Fossy. Come on, mate.
Problem he has though is obviously Luke can get it out, but I think Justin's just trying to pot him in, force him into potting balls he doesn't want to pot, and Luke has just absolutely thrown the cue at that.
Come on, Fozzie.
Let's go, Brownie.
And a lot of love for Alan Brown in the background. He must have just got on the black. Can't tell because... And he has...
Come on, Foss.
No, he hasn't. No, the match is not over yet. But I do believe he's taken the lead for the first time in the match.
Let's go, Fozzie.
Great break.
Nice
Great
break.
Big break from Luke Foster. And a bit of noise starting to happen in the room now as we get closer to the end of the matches.
Come on.
More support will come flying out.
Go, Luke. Come on.
Yeah, g'day to James Georgios. Nothing wrong with a 9-ball break, mate, but nothing wrong with any break as long as you can pot a ball off it, mate.
Come on,
Come on, Luke. Come on, mate. Come on. Let's go, Fossy. Come on, buddy.
I really don't think anyone will ever figure out the triangle break 100%. It's I think all you can really do is just time the break as best as you possibly can to give a ball the most chance to find a pocket. Sometimes you can just have a day where you're timing the break so amazingly and you just still can't pot a ball, and that's just sometimes the way things go.
Great hit, Holly. Great hit. Go, Holly.
So Luke Foster. Good chance, this excellent chance, slightly over screws. Wanted to be high side of this red in the middle so he could head down table. We'll have to remap. And I'm actually not sure what availability he has to most of these balls. It's just looking at this, it was actually very important to get high side of this red. He's eyeing off this ball to the bottom left. It's in the centre of the floor. I do believe it's the shot to play.
Shot, Holly. Come on, Leah. Good hit.
Meanwhile, Justin is committed and slightly overplayed, and Luke is back in with a chance in this frame if Justin doesn't execute. It's hampered queuing for Luke. Big shot coming up this, especially in the context of the match, 5-all. Needs to cue this well. Doesn't have to worry about the white ball position, should be automatic. Doesn't want to smash it. Just wants to cue it. played it well. Oh, and I said position should be automatic, but I actually thought he'd get through enough to be on this ball on the bottom, but he now may have to.
Sterling, come on.
I was just going to say he may have to use the black, but the angle is not there naturally. So now just checking if he clears the black offside cushion, does he have the angle between the two yellows? And I'll tell you what, only he's going to know that from where I'm sitting. Can't tell. So he's just checking the line. He's put his hand in an area he feels is good. So this is another. This is ever since he's fallen out of position on that ball in the middle. This has become a big shot after big shot. He's overhit it. He's overhit it. That was tough.
Come on, Fozz. Come on, mate. Let's go, Fozzie.
Now he is totaled though,
Come on,
so
mate.
if he can come offside cushion, bottom cushion, if he can nestle on the red, which by no means is easy.
Come on, Angles. Let's go, Angles. Come on, buddy. Let's go, Angles. Come on, mate. Come on, out. Come on.
Justin's missed that snooker by a long way, and given Luke a big chance here to get back in the match.
Angles. Come on, mate. Grab the ball.
Go the dangler. Come on, mate.
Go, Ollie.
And that was the danger. That was what was hard about it. But the good thing for Luke is Dave ain't going to play this ball in the rail, even if it's on. There's too much pressure attached to it, and he's got other options for snookers and safety and all that sort of stuff. So you can already see him looking up table.
Come on, Angles. Come on, buddy.
So Luke's job in this frame now is just to try and keep getting out of snookers and hanging around and keeping the pressure on. And Dave's job is to just get his balls in a position where he can just have a nice simple finish. So I think there's still a little bit left in this frame. I don't know. I did not see what Luke has done here, but he's obviously made an absolute mess of these reds. They look very simple with two, but he's still in a good position. But I think we all know probably should have cleared those.
Come on, Fozzie. Let's go.
So Dave's tried to actually get some purchase on this black for a bit extra coverage. So this is risky what Luke's done here. Really risky. I'm really surprised he hasn't just dragged that in and just checked it up with side just to keep himself as straight as possible so he can just drop this in for an easy black in the middle, but you just see him shaking his head. It's dangerous to play the snooker here too. Not sure if that was a foul or not.
Come on, David.
Although Alec was watching it.
Come on,
Earwig.
Go the Earwig.
Not sure what the call was. I think the yellow rocked. I wasn't paying full attention to it. I was looking at the other table. So Luke has rolled the dice here and given Justin an opportunity at a double. Face cut double doesn't actually look there, so he may have to play the triple. The double kiss to me looks not on for the double, but the triple looks like he can avoid the double kiss. I think Justin was lining it up there as well, so big shot coming up. Low percentage, but doesn't have a lot of choices really. Oh, he's fluked it in the middle. That's sick. That is absolutely sick. And if he cans this, well, what a result that'll be. But I think Luke probably can't get too upset about it, to be honest. He rolled the dice. He had a really simple clearance, didn't make it. And someone's mentioned he had ball in hand. You can remember, guys, this is not international rules. This is the Australian title where we're still playing the two-shot rule set.
Come on.
Come on. Let's go, Ollie. Go on, Ollie.
Tough black this. Justin's taken a bit of time to compose himself. I feel he's going to get this after what's sort of happened in this match. Oh, he's missed it by a long way. And look at this. Has he got lucky?
Let's go, Angle. Come on, Angle. Come
Unbelievable.
on, buddy.
Unbelievable.
Oh, mate.
And Luke needs to be really careful he doesn't go in off the bottom of the black on this as well after he makes contact with the red.
Shot Angle.
Oh, this looks so easy on camera, but I think this might be thinner than it looks, and I think it might be sort of close to in off.
Come on, good shot.
Come on, Lukey Fuzz.
Actually, I think the in off's not there, so I think he's okay. I think he's just got to focus on the pot. I do think it is thinner than it looks, but he should be okay. It's just a lot of pressure, that's all. Oh, the in-off was there. Oh! And we have more entertainment to come. My first read on that was right. It was close to it off, so. And Luke is still hanging around with one red on the table because Dave has actually missed his commitment clearance earlier. And Dave's actually got a bit to do now to try and
Let's go, Holly.
keep Luke off this
Come on,
red.
Holly. Let's go, Holly.
Looking at the plant. We'll be going into the black as well, so can't really 100% control this shot. Oh no, he's playing snooker. It's a good shot.
Let's go, Holly.
Very good shot.
Come on, bro.
Fooled me.
Go Angles.
Come on, Angles. Come on, bro.
Let's go, Holly.
Come on, Luke.
Let's go, Holly.
And Luke doing what he's basically doing his job at the moment. He's just getting out of the snookers, keeping his red in play, hanging around, applying the pressure. And there is a bit of an art to one ball survival in pool, where you can't win the frame at the visit, but you just keep playing the shot to continually put your opponent under pressure. But Dave has another snooker option here, and he does have a decent area to land in. You can either go high like he's just looked at there, or he can stay low. I think the high option, he has more choices, more area. But it's the option he will take is what he feels has the worst path to get out of the snooker. He could commit as well and play the double, but that's obviously far more dangerous. And at 5-all, we're probably not going to see that. And that's a much better shot because now the escape off the bottom cushion is gone. So he's got to come off the top cushion, and I think the natural line is very close to that yellow. I think it's just okay. And this might actually be the time for Luke to roll the dice and say, you know what, I'm going to full-blooded have a go at trying to cut this in. You get the cut in at sort of dead weight. You're on the black in the middle. By no means easy, but I think given the situation, because I do believe Dave's actually left those two yellows on a plant, I think given the situation, this is worth having a go at. He's missed it by a bit. He's actually tried to come off 3 cushions in behind it, but I really would love to have seen him have a go at that. You know, I did say I was going to focus on the match first because it could finish first, but I was just a little bit intrigued by that frame. And I'm going to stay on this frame now since Justin's just tied up that red and made this frame a bit ugly. And that's only because he's trying to stay alive in the frame, because Reds are definitely in a more dominant position.
Shot, Holly.
Shot, Holly!
Let's go,
Well,
Brownie.
Dave's just said, you know what, I'm not going to do anything risky. I'm just going to open these up so they're all on. Go out with one.
Pappy.
Let's go, Holly.
Nothing wrong with that at all. I think he can just draw straight back here as well, and he's got a choice of balls. Most likely the one that's in the middle of the three. And depending if he's really straight or not, I think he's got a touch of angle. He's probably going to have to play for one lower next. If he's really straight, he can actually play for the ball in the middle next. So. So I think we're probably going to see all these balls go in the same pocket. Played that well. Looks perfect. Well, he was a little straight, but he's still okay. And Dave takes the lead, I believe, for the first time in this match, 6-5. Score updates in the other two tables. I can't tell you because it's not on screen. So score updates in the other two tables. Holly beating Nicole 4-3. And 5-all in the Alan Brown-Mark Bradley match. And that is the last frame. They are actually playing a best of 11. Tell you what, I wouldn't mind just catching that frame. I don't know if you guys will get upset if we flick to that, but you can watch that on the other stream if you want. Yeah, you can go watch. Good shot from Luke, but to what avail with this red? Near the black. I don't know if he's got two though. I haven't been watching that match. Now, Dave Ewing. The break has not been working. Can he get a ball off the break? I'd say Luke's got two the way he's playing these balls. And again, finds the middle. Break not working. He's just very fortunate they're not turning out plumb. So Dave, brutal as it sounds, mate, go sort that break out, buddy.
Go, Brownie, come on.
Stop listening to James Georgiadis about the break. I'm just kidding, mate. So Luke plays. Good shot. I will be interested to see what order he takes these in, because obviously it looks more obvious to leave the one at the bottom till last, but there are more yellows that can come into play, whereas the other end of the table is more about pace and angle. Personally, I still think I'd take the one at the top end of the table first and try and get fairly straight so I can just stun through the gap. Make sure I'm not going near the yellows. Luke says that's exactly what I'm going to do, solid. So one good piece of cueing here.
Let's go, Brownie, come on, mate.
Any deceleration, this will be a disaster. So, oh geez, I don't think he's on this. That was dangerous. That was really dangerous. And you saw him. It just rolled through a couple of rotations, and he just ran at the ball, and he's totaled himself. Lesson learned, folks. Do not roll balls in. If there's balls that can obstruct, cue the ball in. That's a bad error. That was why I said there was an argument to play the top ball last. It just took the yellows out of play.
Come on, Brownie, come on.
I'd like to see Ingles get this though, just to get the match going. And Justin's had a lot of good fortune in this match from what I've watched so far, but hasn't capitalised on all of it. But you know what? Good players create a bit of luck for themselves. He's potted.
Great shot, buddy.
And maybe he meant that all along, just to get the crowd going. I don't think he actually put much on that too, so he actually only must have just had to move the touch. So good shot.
Come on, buddy.
Sometimes it's easier to just...
Come on.
sometimes it's harder to only put a small amount of swerve on than a lot. Or a medium amount. Meanwhile, Luke Foster, tricky plant. Played it well. And excellent little result there with the 3 reds. They're not perfect.
Go, Luke, come on.
This looks really simple on screen, but when you look at how these link up, it's not as easy as you think. If the white ball was lower, I'd say yes, no problem. I don't know if you can drop this in and hold for the bottom one. If he can, he's okay. He's gone high.
Great shot, Luke, come on.
Get Lukey boy, come on, mate.
And the reason I thought they linked up tricky is, let's say he's a little higher on this one, and he's got a good shot to it. He's still got to swing around the angles for the red in the same pocket again. He's going to play the plant. Just needs to be careful with this white ball. And he's got to be careful he doesn't catch the right side of the red and push the first red that he hits to the side cushion. 2 key elements here. White ball. Looks like he's playing it with the left-hand side to try and hold the white. I think he's just done enough. I think he's okay. But the black is still not easy. He's not happy. Okay, so he also must have to play this with some side, but the white ball will be travelling away from where he wants to be.
Come on.
Come on, buddy.
Luke Anglesey, meanwhile, just got 2 reds left. I've just quickly glanced over, thought, how's that frame going? He's looking good. So you can see here Luke is thinking, okay, if I flick this in with the touch aside because I have to, the white's probably going to land roughly this angle, and I'm still going to have a shot on the black. So. Played it well, and tell you what, he's landed exactly where he predicted he'd be too. That's a good piece of judgment there from Luke.
Go Angles, come on, buddy.
Go, Luke, come on. Angles.
I think you'll get this. I really do.
Great shot.
Lovely piece of cueing and a lovely recovery from a position that looked really simple, but wasn't.
Keep quiet, mate. Come on.
Big shot from Luke, and he twitches. Every time he misses, he throws his arms up in the air like that. One cue goes up, the other arm goes up. I've seen him do it like 5 times now throughout this tournament. Must be his signature move. but he just moved on the shot. He didn't cue that clean. And that's just pressure. That's all that is, folks. It's just pure pressure. Everybody twitches at some point in their life playing pool. And then just when they think they've got it all sorted out, the pressure comes back and you twitch again. And that's why we keep playing this game. Because you cannot be perfect at it, no matter what you do. Big break from Luke. He has just put 100% man beard into that. But problem ball bottom left for yellow and red. Don't know if the potting angle's there on the yellow or not, but... And he can't play, obviously, red onto yellow. That would be a foul, so... Whatever he chooses, whatever ball he chooses, he wants to deal with that section of the table as soon as possible. Well, pretty good white there for Luke, but he's just going to cop the same result. Another snooker.
Shot, Luke. Let's go, mate.
Come on, mate.
Well, I think Justin's just taking some care with this because he doesn't want to move the other yellow, so if he does, he's just got to make sure the one that's higher of the three there, that he's got that big line of balls. He wants to use that one in case he does nudge the other two yellows out of the way. Mark Bradley has stopped the onslaught that Alan Brown produced from 4-1 down and has got up over Alan Brown 6-5. It's a good match, very close.
Let's go, Luke. Come on.
Under hit there from Luke, won't be happy with that. Still has choices, but just made it more difficult than he needed to. So he's going to stun this in off the top cushion. Great shot from Luke. Look at this. He's found the hole. What a shot.
Come on, mate.
This is a tough pot to the middle. And I do believe he will dead weight it to the middle because the white will be hard up on the yellow, but he needs to focus 100% on the pot and not the white ball getting a safety if he misses. So we're just going to flick to this shot on Luke. No, he's gone top end. I didn't agree with that, but it's rolled out. It's rolled out. I reckon that's moved out on him. Big shot now come up from Luke to get into this red and yellow. Played it perfect. Oh, I said I spoke too soon. It looked so good off the side cushion. And the pressure's really starting to build out there. Players are starting to ride shots and all that sort of stuff.
Come on.
Luke's just working out, is this yellow on if I land in a particular angle? Looking at the screen, it doesn't look like it'll go from, well, definitely not from here, but maybe he's got something I don't know what's going on about. Oh, clever. Didn't execute how he wanted to. Wanted to be hard up on the yellow with the white. And now Dave's got choices. But if I'm Dave here, I don't think I want to get a total snooker. And the reason I say that is if you get a total snooker, he can come off the back cushion and just nestle on the yellow that is near again. So if he can even if you just leave a really thin nick on that yellow, I don't think there's any way that he's going to be able to get into that other yellow. So for me, I don't want to leave a total. And let's just see if this comes back to bite Dave, because for me, I would much rather have left a small piece of that yellow. I just don't think there would be any way that if Luke cut that in, he'd be able to develop his last yellow. So he's given Luke choices here, like opportunity to create problems for Dave, whereas if I think he didn't leave a total, that choice wouldn't be there. But having said that, this still needs to be executed well. But if he can catch the left side of that yellow as we're viewing the screen, and the white can nestle in behind the black, and you can see him looking at it, that's exactly what he wants. Now don't get me wrong, folks, this is not easy. The weight has to be perfect. The line is not as big a problem as what the weight of the shot is. He said it's way too hard. He's missed the pot too. I missed the angle, sorry.
Come on, David. Let's go, Ewing. Come on.
So Dave, good opportunity. There is still work to do this frame, even with 2 shots. He's going to have to develop that red and black. And just quickly, we'll flick this as an opportunity for Justin to win the match. And he's played a perfect cannon on the yellow on the cushion. And that, folks, is going to be a match over. Luke Anglesey, big effort, but not quite enough.
Let's go, Holly.
And this black, this simple black for Justin to make the semi-finals. He's in. I'm not sure who he plays next. Well done to Justin. Commiserations, Luke Anglesey. Well fought match. You see there's a crowd of SA and WA boys watching this match that we've got on screen now. Now I do believe Dave still has 2 shots. I'm not going to lie, I don't like this shot, only because of where the angle of the white is. You can't really play a shot where he's guaranteeing himself a good, easy linking, like a shot on the other 3. Unless he gives us a bit and stuns it, but then he's risking, the yellow coming across table. And so big shot coming up here for Dave. See, that was the danger for me. He didn't really have a lot of control over that. I think there probably could have been a better way or a better opportunity to play that. He's probably filthy because he hasn't got a good outcome there, but you need to keep in mind though, because the shot couldn't be 100% controlled, that's always a chance. And now it's re-evaluation time. And all Dave's thinking now is I cannot leave him a pot. Because every time he's left him one, he's just knocked it in.
Go, mate.
don't think there's a ref on this one, so hasn't had a 30-second call. And look, to be fair, I think without the ref, the match has flowed fairly well. But this is this is one of those shots where you do need some thinking time. I think he's going to try and play the roll-up snooker, and this is dangerous given that, as I said, the tables have been moving around a little bit. They're he's played it well. Oh yes, he's caught the jaw. He'll be happy. He'll be happy. Looked like he overhit it, but he's got a result with the jaw. Yeah, as you can see, there's a carpet on the room. It's actually really spongy as well, so it's been really difficult for the organisers to keep the tables 100% perfect. It only takes someone to lean on the table or sit on it to play a shot or whatever, and then obviously the carpet being as spongy it is, it can sink a little more, and that can just create a few headaches. Luke's looking at I think he's looking at the 2 cushion and trying to hit the bottom of this red on the yellow on the side cushion. Or was he going to 1 cushion? I can't tell what he's doing. There he is.
Come on, Dave. Let's go, mate. Come on.
And there's another thing that's been happening as well, and this is just conducive to new cloth, is the rails are sliding a bit, obviously, so you're seeing a lot of people accidentally hitting wide. Even sometimes you're allowed for it and it still slides more than you expect. Just looked like he decelled on the shot. I get surprised when people miss those by so much, and I think that's personally, I actually love playing those shots with drag personally. Could potentially give Dave the benefit of the doubt and say maybe he copped a finger mark or a small roll or something, but to me it just looked like he decelerated on the shot, so only he will know. But that's a excellent opportunity going B, and I don't see Luke making an error here. I think he can pinch enough of the pocket as well to just stun high on the black. Yep, that was straight, but he had the angle.
Come on.
So, Luke Foster on the hill after a very gettable red in the middle from Dave was missed. And I think it's Dave's break. And can Dave now hit the reset button? Because that's what he needs to do. He needs to get that red out of his head. I think it's still in his mind a little. If I'm Dave here, I just take a little bit extra time to rack these. Just give myself a couple of seconds just to reset, get the mental composure back. Don't get frustrated with the rack. This is where you get yourself a bit of calm time. And I think it's probably good for Dave as well that Luke's just taking a quick break, because there's nothing worse than fuming and then going into your break and then you don't even time it because you're just trying to hit the cover off for it, and then you suddenly go off the table, you find another in off.
Let's go, Holly. Let's go, Holly.
So the score hasn't updated, but I do believe it's linked to pull stat, and whoever's got the pull stat up on their phone hasn't updated it yet, so it's probably Luke. And you can see Dave, he's actually practicing his break, because he's really wanting the ball off the break. I don't think he spotted a ball off the break or kept the wide on the table for at least his last 3 breaks. And obviously in the context of this match, 7-6 down, he wants to break more than ever. And I do believe Dave's reset now because he's switched his focus to the break. He's forgotten about that missed ball. Meanwhile, on other tables, as noted in the chat, Barney's up 7-6 on Dale Kent, who was actually, I think, leading at some point 5-3 or something like that. Actually, that's the only other match in the Open that's in play. There is a couple of Masters matches going on, and there is also obviously the ladies match here that's been pretty locked up most match. I'll give you scores for those in a sec as well. Actually, we're going to flick back to this match because Dave has just broke. And although we didn't get the front on angle, we got the side on, or the angled angle, if that even makes sense. And he's found a ball, he's found 2. This is a tricky layout, this, because the reds are a little blocked off by all the yellows, but if he takes yellows, which are definitely the worst set of balls, and he misses, or he clears too many of them and then misses, the reds are just sitting there. So I believe he'll take the reds. Dale Kent has just been beaten by Andy Barnett, but I think Dale, to be honest, will be fairly happy with his performance thus far. It's his first year, and he's made his first, he's obviously made the quarterfinals, which is super effort. And did actually knock off fellow Victorian Michael Scarey in the last round as well, which obviously he's a dual Australian champion. So he's had a sick tournament though thus far, Dale. But and Lyndall Element and Bobby Joe Quinn Hill on the last frame, but that's way over the other side of the room, so I can't tell you what's going on that. So let's focus on this match. Score has still not been updated though. Just keep that in mind. Luke is actually 7-6 up. This is a big opener, this. Drills it. Just got that flick on the red that he probably didn't want, but he still has choices. The problem he's going to have though is these don't link up well at all. Yeah. See the look of disgust on Dave's face. He knows that these don't link up well at all, and he knows he has to pull the trigger. There's no safety. He's just got to deal with it. I don't think the cut in the middle offers much value. I'm pretty sure he's sliding past the red that's just below it, and it probably won't offer him much value. Can't really play it to the corner to give himself any value either, so he's sort of forced to play this and try and go up and down and land on that ball that's below the black. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Oh, he's missed the pipe. So, I think for Dave's sake, it's better that he missed early than at the end and cleared all the traffic and just gave Luke, some snooker town options. So Luke, obviously, as I said, he's got this ball down the rail. I think he'll commit to it straight off the bat. I certainly would, I think, from here. If he pots it, he's actually got a fantastic opportunity to close out the match. Played it well.
Shot, mate. That's Fozzie. Come on.
Buzz. Oh, come
And
on.
now we can stun Uptown. His number one focus will probably be trying to get an angle on this yellow in the middle. He can either choose to play onto it, but because he's got a yellow looming near the corner, it's not right over the pocket though, so it's not 100% guaranteed. He might play for the nudge, or he might just try to land behind it and play the combo. That will be a personal preference. For me personally, I don't think I'd bother trying to move it. I think it's a pretty good high percentage shot. So I favour Luke to get these.
Yes, Fozzie. Great hit,
Right,
mate.
come
Come
on,
on,
come on. Great hit, buddy.
Pretty
come
sure
on.
he's going to play the one at the top right now. He can link all these up really nicely.
Holly.
Go on, Holly.
Holly. Go, Holly. Come, Fuzzy.
Let's go, Luke, come on.
Having said that though, he might actually be able to land pretty straight on the ball in the right middle if he plays a left one first. So wow. Wow.
Ewing.
And that's just pressure, folks. I don't think I've seen Luke miss a ball like that this whole match. And then suddenly he just Louis Vuitton's the yellow in the corner. Full handbag. And Dave's got to be absolutely buzzing about this, just to get back to the table. I think he figured the match was done. The interesting part is that missed ball from Luke left. He just accidentally blocked Dave off the easy starter. So now he's forced to play the longer pot. But this is an opportunity that probably Dave didn't think he was going to get about 30 seconds ago. So can he make the most of it? Good shot. How's his white ball?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Come on, Dave.
Great hit, mate. Come on.
Come on, David.
Still work to do.
Come on.
I'm not sure if this red below the black goes to the bottom left or not.
Go, Dave.
If it does, life will be much better for Dave. And it tells me that perhaps it does. The way he's mapping this tells me that it probably does go.
Yeah, mate. Come on.
Come, buddy.
Looks like a natural line off that top cushion. Don't think he's got to do too much with the white. Just get the pace right and get himself as comfortable a shot as possible. Don't think that yellow comes into play at all. That's just sort of below the balk line. As we view the screen, in case people are thinking I met the one over the left side table and are wondering what the hell I was talking about. So this is big shot coming up. Oh wow, he's gone middle. I've misread the line.
David, come on, mate.
Beautiful, mate. Come on.
Come on, Huey.
Still not perfect. You can see there from that angle, he's not straight. Probably wants to punch in off the bottom rail. Don't know if he can roll it or not. He's jacking up. Misses it. And he's popped the yellow. I don't really think you need to jack up that much. All he had to do was just elevate a small amount and you can still stun the white off the back rail. I don't think he had to jack up so high. but now he knows it's over. Well, he suspects it's over. It's just pressure, guys. That's all it is. Just pure pressure. Now, Luke does have the option to just promote the yellow. Just promote the yellow and make them all easy. He has a small luxury as well of Dave's, red being in a really awful spot.
Let's go, Luke, come on.
That's exactly what he's done. Promoted his yellow, played the smart choice.
Great shot, Holly.
Come on, mate, shot, Holly.
Great hit, Holly. Can't look close.
Just remember, folks, this is for the match.
Yeah, Holly.
Unless I'm wrong, and the score is actually 6-all, and I've just thought it's 7-6. I honestly thought the last frame Luke won was putting 7-6 up, but how? So the match could still be alive. We're gonna know in 2 shots because either a handshake's going out or he's going to rack the balls. Jeez, he's overhit that a little.
Come on, boss.
I still think he's okay, but obviously could have been better.
Yes.
What's the cue then? I think it's over. It is over. So the score was wrong, folks. It is actually 8-6 final score. Fantastic match that, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back a little later with some commentary. I do believe I've got to go back and get ready for a teams match a little later on. So when I get the opportunity, I'll be back on here again for some more commentary.
Yeah.
And until then, enjoy the rest of the coverage.
Come on, Holly.
Actually, guys, I'm back. Actually, guys, I'm back. I did not realise we had commentary audio that we could put on the girls, so we are going to see the completion of the ladies' match. I'm not sure what the what's the race? Best of 11. So potentially Holly on the hill and Nicole in the fight back. Nicole goes after the pack, misses, and dumps the white.
Let's go, Holly!
What's it? Sorry guys, we've got audio issues. We'll just see if we can fix it. If we can't, then I'll take my leave. So Holly with 2 shots on the reds. Pretty clustered pack. Looking to take the ball in the middle, get the ball off the side cushion by looks of things. Played it well. Excellent shot. And does have an angle, I believe, to just potentially go into this pack, but may not have to.
Let's go, Holly.
I think the issue with going into this pack off the red is the yellow sticking out from the pack a bit. Looks like that's what she's going to go into. I also have to be very careful with my voice because she is literally a metre away from me. So I like this as well. What a shot this is. What a shot. Oh, how'd that not go in? But what I do like about it is she's played for the red into the middle next to go into the cluster. Don't know if she's got the angle.
Rolling the timekeeper.
So Holly's gone into that pack, didn't get a good outcome. Not sure if she can get through to this red. She looks like she can. No, she's going to flick off the other one, I think, and try and make sure she hits a cushion. Nah.
Yeah, that's what I think.